Look at dividing polynomials. You're going to see examples that look like this when you are working on your delta math. When we divide polynomials, we're going to have several terms in the top divided by one term in the bottom. Later on, you'll learn what happens when there's multiple terms, but for now, we're going to only divide by monomials, one term. So what we want to do here is take each term in the top and divide it by that one, kind of like the distributive property with division. We want to say, okay, this whole thing's being divided by that bottom, so we're going to take it piece by piece. So I'm going to look at this one first. 5x to the fifth divided by 5x. Then I'm going to look at the next piece, negative 10x to the eighth is also going to get divided by 5x. And then my last piece, 30x, I'll put a plus there, divided by 5x. All right, so let me go ahead and look at my first one. 5 divided by 5, you're going to divide the coefficients. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And you're going to subtract. Remember, when we do our division, when we have exponents, we're going to subtract. So 1x to the 5 minus 1, which is 4. So my answer part of this is going to be 1x to the 4th power. Okay. Next one, I'm going to divide the coefficients. Negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. And again, I'm going to subtract the exponents, x to the 8 minus 1. So then my answer is going to be negative 2. X, 8 minus 1 is 7. And lastly, 30 divided by 5 is a positive 6. X over x. When they match, you have a 1 minus 1, which is x to the 0. Okay, that you can just cancel. It becomes x to the 0, which is 1, and we can do 6 times 1 here, but that's just the same as 6. So we're just going to go ahead and cancel it. That way it's just a 6 by itself. So plus 6. And that is your answer here. Now remember, I have this 1x. You don't need to put that 1 there. I'm going to erase it. It is technically an invisible number. You can put it there to help you, but when you type your answer, try and get rid of those 1 coefficients or exponents. All right, let's look at the next example. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take each piece on the top and divide it by the 1 on the bottom. So I have 8x to the 3rd divided by 2x to the 3rd. I then have plus 2x to the 6th over 2x to the 3rd minus 18x to the 5th over 2x to the 3rd. Everything in the bottom was that 2x to the 3rd. So here I have 8 divided. You divide the big ones. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay, x to the 3rd over x to the 3rd, x to the 3 minus 3, which is going to be x to the 0. Okay, when that happens, you can actually just cancel them like we did before. So once x to the 0, that's really 4 times 1, which is just 4. Okay, you can just go ahead and cancel them and jump to this step and just go ahead and write your 4. All right, here I have 2 divided by 2. I have a positive here, so plus 1. X, I'm going to subtract 6 minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to have plus 1 x to the 3rd. And when I write it with my answer, I'm just going to put plus x to the 3rd power. Okay, and then my last one here, negative 18 divided by 2 is negative 9x to the 5 minus 3. So negative 9x squared. So I write my answer, negative 9x squared. So I'm going to go ahead and just rewrite my answer so it's a little bit clearer. I end with a 4 plus x to the 3rd minus 9x squared. That is your final answer. Okay, so again, what I did there, you divide the coefficients and you subtract the exponents. Okay, divide, subtract, divide, subtract, and then I put all the answers together. Let's look at one more here. All right, so I have negative 12x to the 7th over 3x squared. I'm going to go ahead and just divide that one now. Negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4x. 7 minus 2 is 5. This is more how I would like to see you do them. Do it a little bit more in your head. Plus 6x to the third over 3x squared. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and I subtract 3 minus 2, which is 1. And my last one, minus 24x squared over 3x squared. 24 divided by 3 is 8. X squared over x squared, they're the same, so they are going to cancel. So my answer I'm going to write as negative 4x to the fifth plus 2x to the 1. You can just write as 2x. The 1 is implied, minus 8. And that is how we divide polynomials. Split them up into 3 sections where you're dividing by the denominator, divide the coefficients, subtract the exponents. Divide, subtract, divide, subtract. If they're the same, you can just cancel them. All right, go ahead and practice in your delta math.